How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everything is going well. Things are passable here. I mean, they've been better, they've been worse. Today, I want to talk about a roll of film that I recently shot from Kono. A while ago, I did a review on one of their films, and I mentioned that they sent me a few rolls. So right up top, I want to mention they did send me this film. Other than that, they don't have anything to do with this video. These are just my thoughts because there's not a lot of reviews out there about this film and not a lot of information altogether. So the one we're going to be talking about today and going through a few photos of is the Kono Monolit 3. That's right, this film is rated at 3. We're into the single digits here. So mainly, you're probably going to be using this film to shoot in the middle of the day when it's bright and you can get as much light into the film as possible. Now, another fact to that point is that this is an ortho film, so it's mainly going to be capturing those blue lights. So first off, I just want to run through a few photos that I took that I was happy with. The first one is this one of the bike. It turned out great. It was a backlit situation, and this is the first picture that is going to highlight a few points, mainly being this film has a really unique and cool glow to it. And on top of that, it is ISO 3, so you're gonna be pretty hard pressed to find any bit of grain in these images. Moving on, another photo that I think highlights the awesome glow that this film gives is this one here of the leaves. I'm a big fan of this photo. It's not something that I normally take or capture, but I was trying new things with this film, and that's honestly my biggest thing with all of these Kono films is they're all pretty different and pretty unique, and they're gonna give you different effects and different results than what you're really used to. And for me, that's been exciting because it's encouraged me to get a little bit more creative and shoot things differently and see things differently. Again, I just want to show you this picture. I don't know why I like this picture so much. It's out of focus. I missed focus on it. But that glow and just the mood that this film gives off is just quite unique and something else. Case in point, here's another one that is just kind of abstract and I like, with all the branches this way and that, and a really nice glow. So moving on, this is probably the last one I am going to show before we get into some exposure tests. I just really, really love the ambiance in this photo. I've taken several photos of this same location. It's just down the street from my house, but something just really hits differently with this shot. It feels so distinct and specific, yet distant. It feels like it's captured from another time, which I really enjoy from this. So before we get into the exposure test, here are a few more shots that I've taken with this film that I really don't have too much to say about, but are worth showing you anyway. Alright, so just to wrap up this video, I wanted to share with you some exposure tests and the results that I got. So here is a photo that I took in my backyard that it's a very contrasty scene. It's got a lot going on, and I think it actually really helps us understand a lot about this film. This first shot was metered by taking the highlights and the shadows and setting the exposure right at middle gray. So moving up one, we can actually see that this film ends up giving way to the highlights and not retaining the highlight information as much as we're probably used to in films. But at the same time, remember, this is an ISO 3 film, so pushing it one stop is gonna be shooting it at 1.5. And honestly, I don't think I can come up with very many circumstances where you would have to do that, but this does help us see the dynamic range of this film. And as we go from overexposing one stop to two stop, you can see there's hardly any highlight information left, and 3 stops, it's gone. I did continue shooting this so that you can see 4 stops overexposed, 5 stops, and 6 stops overexposed. I'll show those all on the screen right now so you can see the progression there. And now let's go ahead and look at underexposure, and it's pretty much just as drastic, just in the opposite direction. Even underexposing by 1 stop, you could completely lose all detail in the shadows. 2 stops, even worse, and 3 stops, this photo's a mess. Completely unusable unless you were going for something like that, I guess. I don't know, you do you. So to summarize, using this film, I would say I really enjoyed it, and that's just for the look. It's a very contrasty, very glowy, very slow film. But if that's something that you're going for, and for me, it was cool to embrace that limitation of a very slow film and to look at things differently and to know that I need a lot of light to make this work. And a lot of times that's not when I go out and shoot. So it was fun to get out there and to explore things at a different time and look at things in a different way, like I said before. So let me know down in the comments if you've ever shot a film this slow, besides really expired film that I've rated that slow on purpose. I've never shot something new at this speed. And another thing I'd be interested to hear in the comments is, what are some of the pros and cons you see with such a slow film? Anyways, I think that about wraps it up for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to give this film a try and check out Kono, I will leave their links in the description. Thank you so much to Christine, who has been my main contact from the company and has been so nice to send me all of these films from Germany. I really do appreciate it and have really enjoyed shooting all these different films. So thank you guys. Until next time, I'll see you later.